Hey guys, Pilcrow here, and today we will be discussing my predictions for Tpot 23. Remember to like and subscribe, and let's start the video. So the first thing we need to discuss is when Tpot 23 will release. And honestly, I've been seeing two pretty common time frames going around. It's either going to release within 2 to 6 days, just like the other coming soon posts that Jack and Jellify have released, or it's going to premiere at VidCon just like Tpot 18 did last year, and it will release on June 27. Honestly, I still think it will premiere at VidCon, but I could totally see it coming out in the next few days. So yeah, now let's discuss how long Tpot 23 will be. And I think all of the trilogy episodes will be slightly longer than 30 minutes. So I predict that Tpot 23 will be in the 32 to 33 minute range. I don't think it will be 40 minutes because, like I said, this will be a 3-parter, but it's definitely not going to be barely over 20 minutes either. Now, let's discuss the general tone of Tpot 23, and I think it will be slightly lighter and more silly than the other two, Tpot 24 and Tpot 25 in the trilogy. This is because the stakes are less, and I think they're saving the darker tone for later in the trilogy. To be honest, I don't think we'll really see much of one. She'll probably get more screen time than she did in Tpot 21, for example, but I think it won't be more than just a few scenes at most. This is because, just like with the tone, one is going to be saved for later in the trilogy. But a character I do see being important in Tpot 23 is 3. I think the contestants in the exit will find them and comfort them, and I think 3 will be an extremely important character from now on and will probably be extremely important in 1's defeat. And yeah, she will definitely escape from the exit and join 4 in the moon. Another character I think we'll be seeing a ton of is Pencil, and she won't get out of the past, but I think we'll see a lot of her. I think she'll just, explore and keep making mistakes. I don't really know how her arc will end up, but I do think she will be integral to the trilogy. I imagine Pencil will escape probably at the end of Tpot 24 and join the rest of the cast in Tpot 25. But a contestant I do imagine escaping in Tpot 23 is Black Hole. I imagine 1's deal with him will fail and he's just able to escape. Because at the end of the day, Black Hole is extremely strong, and I'm not really sure if 1 is able to defeat him or not. Black Hole definitely won't end up killing 1, because, he is part of Death Pact, but I do think we will definitely see a fight between him and 1. Now, something interesting that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about is the challenge. Yes, I know that the challenge will be to defeat 1, but I think it will be similar to BFDIA 19 and BFDIA 20. Yes, they had the same challenge, but they were kinda different at the same time, and I think the same will happen here. Yes, the main challenge will be to defeat 1, but each episode in the trilogy will have a different objective or challenge in order to help defeat 1. For example, in Tpot 23, I imagine the challenge will be to rescue the eliminated contestants. Then they'll do another challenge in Tpot 24, and then Tpot 25 will be to defeat 1. All of the challenges are to defeat 1, but they're all different parts to defeating 1. So yeah, that's how I see the challenges. I could be completely wrong. Now, as for the elimination order, yeah, I've already made an entire short on this, so I'm just gonna play it right now. Yes, I am aware that it was 3 months ago, so it will say Tpot 22, but you will get the general idea. So yeah, I think Marker and Book are completely screwed. Book's chances of getting eliminated are like 100%, and Marker's chances are like 90%. And the last thing I want to predict before we finish this video is what will happen to 4. and I think he will finally be able to escape the moon alongside one, and I strongly think that it will be X who frees him. It's just such a perfect moment for them. I don't think the post-splitters will be very important in the trilogy, but I do think they will play a part. It would make no sense for them just to do nothing. And yeah, I think the Leafy, Fiery storyline will be finished and they'll eventually meet again. And yeah, I think after the trilogy is over, Pencil and Book will finally make up in the end. I'm not really sure if they'll be friends, but they'll definitely at least be on good terms. Now, something I didn't talk about was the team arrangement for Tpot 23, and that's because I already made a whole video on that, so go watch it after this one. Anyways, before you leave, I've started a new channel, so go subscribe to that if you want. What are your predictions for Tpot 23? Let me know in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, and have a good one.